What's up, everybody? Max Whitman here, joined by the podcaster known as Cato. And this is, as you can see, we're back with TEW. It's been a long time since we posted anything, but we are live in studio, and we're going to be taking on the role of Impact Wrestling. So we were going to do a WWE save, changed our mind, decided to stick with go with Impact here. The goal being to take Impact from the regional level and get it up to national to compete with the WWE. What we've done is we've taken Chris Jericho as our user character. In this universe, Jericho has bought Impact Wrestling. We've added $1 million to the bank account, just kind of simulating Jericho adding $1 million out of his own pocket, investing it into the company. What you're going to watch right here, this is going to be our first of a couple creative meetings that we'll do. We'll go through everything we have. We'll go through our roster, figure out who we're going to dump, who we're going to bring in, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to put up a couple creative meetings. You probably won't see any actual shows for a couple of weeks. What I want to do is kind of book out a whole bunch of shows, like 4 or 5 months worth of shows, get them all recorded before we post any of them. So from the time you see this video to the time our first actual show will go up, might be a couple of weeks, but we'll be putting up multiple creative meetings as we go along. So, that being said, let's get started. I don't know. So, what were we talking about before we got here was Dolph Ziggler, right?
Dolph Ziggler.
All right.
Trying to sign some free agents.
So, Dolph, why can't I click anything in here? Oh, because wait a minute, no. Why can't I click anything? Oh, there we go. Well, because I was already in that screen. Duh! Alright.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. So, Dolph Ziggler, there he is. So, this is our current offer to Dolph. We're sitting right now. We're not covering travel. We're offering him $2,400 per appearance. You wanted to up that, right?
I say we up it.
Okay. Because we do. I mean, if we're going to get him away from WWE, we have to make it worth his while. If we use him, he's making $15,000 a month for WWE now. If we use him on all 4 shows, because we're only having right now, 6 pay-per-views a year?
Yeah.
So it's basically 4 a month. It's not quite 5 yet. So if it's 4 a month, what do we got to do to top that? 3?
Let's say that's 42. Give him 42.
All right. So let's go up
Flip
to
the numbers
42
around.
here. Toggle smart offer off.
I'll give him about $16,800 a month, not counting pay-per-view.
All right.
And we don't have to use him every show anyway.
No. So let's give him 42. Let's go 42. We'll give him a guaranteed downside. See, that's the thing. We're gonna have to let's just guarantee him $3,000 a month. Well, you don't know. We'll guarantee him 42. Right, we'll
guarantee him 2 shows, so about 84.
All right. Can I give him a?
I guess 6 instead.
Oh, there we go. No, I can go higher. There we go.
Okay.
All right, so we'll guarantee him. That's a lot of money for TNA to give him money.
I know.
So
we got
84.
a new bankroll now.
That's true. So the goal here, a little high there. All right, the screen's a little small here. I'm not really sitting that close to the computer screen here. So the goal here is to inject as much money as we can. There you go, 8,200. Inject as much money as we can into the company and see what happens in 6 months' time. The goal will be ultimately to climb to cult as quick as possible so we can start locking up some of these guys. All right, we'll give him 3 years. Whatever's needed. Let's say his role on the roster, it would be whatever's needed. And his push will be never lower than a main eventer. He'll be available for all shows.
Do we get a bonus?
You want to give him 10%. That's basically ticket sales.
10% is fine.
So he'll get 10% of ticket sales per event, not per TV show. He'll get 10% per event.
Willing to offer. What else?
No, I don't want to do any. So we can offer him.
Oh no, nothing.
Creative control, wage matching, hiring veto.
Nah,
I don't think so. Nothing extra. We're not going to travel his coverage, and we'll give him a $1,000 signing bonus. Let's make that offer. Okay. All right, cool. So we'll hear from Dolph Ziggler at some point.
Make it snappy, Dolph.
We also offered to Cody Rhodes. And I just offered him, about was that, 2,000? Yeah, 2,000 per appearance, guaranteed 2,100 a month, just a standard. I'm not worried about him. We'll sign him. There's no one that's going to compete with us. He's not going to WWE. In fact, I think he actually. I don't know. I thought he had some tension with WWE, but he doesn't. He's not going back to WWE. He's going to stay with NJPW, but he's on a pay-per appearance there. He can work with us. Okay. So that being said, let's go over our roster first.
In the goals.
Oh yeah, you want to go over the belts first?
Yeah.
All right. So we do still have the Impact Grand Championship. That's Austin Aries. The women's title.
Allie.
We only have like 6 women on the roster, and I think we're going to can that anyway.
Yeah. Women.
So we're saying bye-bye to the women's wrestling. We might bring it back, but we're going to retire this belt and can the women wrestling. What is this? This is the Impact Super X Cup. I don't really know what that is.
It's a tournament, pretty much, but we can that. I mean, they just restarted doing that.
Okay.
So let's can that. We don't need that. We'll
have
our own tournaments.
So let's retire this title. Okay. And let's actually retire the women's title as well. The knockout title, I'm sorry. Okay. Then we got our Impact World title. That's Pentagon Jr., who I don't like as a champion, but we'll figure that out. Impact World Tag. Eli Drake and Scott Steiner. And then we have the X Division title, Matt Sydal.
I like Matt Sydal.
I do like him, actually. Yeah, I do too. So that's our. So basically, we're going with. Are we keeping the Grand or are we getting rid of it? Because if we're going to get rid of it, then we may as well do exactly what TNA actually did and just unify it with the world title.
That's true. I think we should get rid of it for now. Focus on building the X Division back to being a more prestige title.
Okay.
Because the world title is far more prestigious than the X Division.
Yeah, and honestly, the Grand
title was more prestigious than X Division. That's a shame.
And let me see.
Shame.
And in the game, though, barely. So the X Division's a 41, the Grand's a 46.
Okay, I think we should focus on bringing the X Division back. It's going to be defended a lot more anyway.
Yeah. So when we were talking about this earlier, we'll do this like a TV title almost?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So then what we'll do is we'll figure out a way to
try to use the Grand Championship now anyway.
Right. Okay. So let's just figure out a way then pretty much we'll just unify the World and the Grand Championship. We'll do pretty much exactly what what TNA did and probably just unify it with Austin Aries. But those are our titles. Our pay-per-views. Let's go over that real quick. Because you might want to write these down. Yeah. So right now we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5.
That's gotta change.
We gotta go 6. We gotta get at least 6. So what do we want to bring back? I can't see the screen here. God damn.
Victory Road, I think we should keep. Slammiversary, Destination X, and Bound for Glory. I think 2 should be. We need to add one more and then replace one of the other ones. Redemption? Yeah, get that out of there.
All right. So let's say what do we replace? What are we adding? Genesis. Turning Point, Final Resolution. I mean, any of them kind of work, right?
Let's add Lockdown.
All right. And, hold on. Let's see. So...
Get rid of April for sure. We're not going to do anything near WrestleMania. That's foolish.
Okay. So let's... This one here, let's make it dormant. Okay. Okay. And we're going to bring Lockdown back, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got March, nothing in April and May. Then we have June, nothing in July, August, nothing in September or October, and we're in November. So let's add one in May, right? So we go March, skip April, then we'll go May. We can move Slammiversary to July. So we skip June and go July. Then we can move Destination X to September. And then we'll skip October, go November, and then maybe add one in January.
Nah, let's add one in December.
Okay, so all right, so let's add Lockdown as what, May?
You know what? Maybe we should move Victory Road up until move out first pay-per-view in February.
So Victory Road is February?
If we want that one to be the first one.
I don't think it really matters. I don't know enough about their pay-per-views to really know... Do any of the... Like, I know, like, with WWE, like, SummerSlam has to be, like, August. Do any of these have to be a certain time?
I feel like Victory Road should lead to Bound for Glory. Just from the titles of the pay-per-views.
Okay. And it looks like Slammiversary and Bound for Glory are our two most important ones.
Yeah, so let's...
Which one do you want to make almost like a WrestleMania? If you want to make a WrestleMania.
Bound for Glory.
Okay.
That's going to be our WrestleMania.
And you want to do that in...
December.
All right, so let's move that to December. So that's going to be first Sunday in December.
Okay.
You want to do it fourth Sunday, third Sunday, anything like that? Or just...
let's do
matter?
it... Of course it matters. Let's do it on Christmas. What a
all right,
great
so
Christmas
what's that?
present for the kids.
So, all right, so what's that? Third week of December, maybe?
I don't know. Let me get the fourth.
If we go fourth, we're gonna compete with WWE.
All right, let's go third.
Let's go third. All right, so there we go. Bound for Glory, and do we want to put the year or like a number, like WrestleMania 35?
Let's make it number one.
Bound for Glory number one.
Number one.
So we're just starting from scratch.
Yeah, this is
we're
our
just
company.
ignoring all the other Bound for Glories.
That never happened.
All right, nothing they ever did happened. So we're gonna number it, or do you want to do numerals?
Numerals. Well, no, we gotta do numbers. I mean,
Okay,
WWE's doing numerals.
numbered.
Oh, let's do years.
We could do year.
Nah, that's whack. Okay, let's do numbers.
Bound for Glory 1. All right.
Okay,
That's December.
Let's make Victory Road the one
That leads to it.
October, I guess.
So if we're gonna skip November, yeah, that should be October. All right, so Victory Road. Let's make that October. And do you care what week we do that on? Right now, it's the second Sunday in October.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
All right.
Well,
It doesn't matter because we're gonna have a month. Like it's not like with WWE's pay-per-views, you want 4 weeks in between.
No, because if we do Victory Road, right?
Right.
Whatever we decide to do with Victory Road, whether we make it a King of Ring style tournament, a huge thing, the more time we have in between that final pay-per-view, the more we can do, you know?
Right. So right now, okay. So if we do,
Even if we did it on week 1.
okay. So let's do week 1 of October.
That'll give us, 8?
Because that would be cool.
Road.
Like Victory Road, if we do like a King of the Ring or a G1 style tournament,
To start it on Victory Road, and then it leads up to it.
or would you have it ending on Victory Road with the winner of that tournament getting a title shot at Bound for Glory?
Okay, well, whatever
Whatever it
the
is.
tournament, it should be the longest gap between the next pay-per-view because we're going to run a big-ass tournament.
Okay. All right. Let's just leave it at week 1 for now, and we'll figure out when we're going to start it.
All right.
All right. So we've got October. So we've basically got a full almost 3 months between that tournament. See what I'm saying? Like if we finish,
That's what I'm saying.
if we start the tournament here, then we've got to finish it before Bound for Glory.
Okay, and
if
then
the
have
winner of
match at Bound for Glory.
That's what I'm saying. So
okay,
we
yeah,
have
let's do that.
so we would have to then either do another pay-per-view,
or we could
or we start it like the month before Bound for Glory.
all right, how about Against All Odds be the tournament starter?
Okay. So it'll basically run
whatever
between
style.
2 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
All right. So then
And
let's
then let
do...
it end at Victory Road, and then however
That's
we decide
perfect.
to do that.
Okay. So let's do... Do you want to then do a 1 month long tournament?
We could.
So basically we could do Against All Odds.
We could start that in.
Well, if we do the Victory Road...
August.
We don't have to have a pay-per-view. If we start the Victory Road tournament on Impact TV...
Right.
And just run it on TV to the end when it finishes. We don't have to do a pay-per-view. It could just be the Victory Road tournament.
Yeah, pretty much the end of the road.
Yeah, and then...
So it doesn't have to have that long gap between the next pay-per-view then.
Yeah.
So let's shorten the gap.
Okay, so then let's do October week 3. That'll put...
That'll be a real.
That'll be 2 months in between it. It'll be a full 8 weeks. Yeah, it'll end at Victory Road there, and then if we want to, we don't have to do a pay-per-view. We could run an event that isn't on pay-per-view in between there if we want to. If we want to just run another live event or something like that, we can do that.
Yeah, we can easily kick it off, and Roll for Glory can be like the final 8 men.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, okay, that's fine.
Or Victory Road is its own full pay-per-view with the finale of that tournament. So you could have a world title defense, an X Division title defense, a tag team title defense, the Victory Road finale match. It could just be a full pay-per-view ending that. It doesn't have to be. But whatever.
Okay.
So then you've got a full 8 weeks between Victory Road and Bound for Glory. Okay. So then let's do... We need October, so that's September. August we've got. Destination X is August.
Let's make that Slammiversary. Let's make that our... Or let's make whatever August is our, our summer event. Or do you want to put it in July?
That doesn't matter to me. We could put Slammiversary in July. And then move Destination X someplace else.
Okay, let's do Slammiversary in July.
Alright. So let's do that. Let's do that week 3 in July. Okay. Alright. And then Destination X, where do you want to put that?
Let's kick off the year with that. Kick off the year with like a bang.
Alright, so Destination X will be...
February or May.
Let's do that on Sunday. Week 3 of...
February, May, nothing's going on, really.
Alright, so let's do February. So we've got February, then nothing till July. So February, March, April. We need it in April. We need an April pay-per-view.
You want to do an April pay-per-view?
Oh, that's WrestleMania.
Yeah. Maybe we should put our first show in May.
What about January?
That's Royal Rumble.
So what?
Well, I mean, you couldn't put it on the Sunday of Royal Rumble.
No, we could do it the week before. We could do it on week 3. Or we could do it on a Saturday. We don't have to compete. I mean, we could skip January. So we could go December, but then what you're doing is you've got then almost 3 months between December and your next pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's true.
If we go December and January, then we got 4 weeks between Bound for Glory and our next pay-per-view, and then we could start that back up. So, like, if we put Destination X week 3 of January, right, then we skip
March.
February, and we put something in March. We skip April and put something in May.
Okay.
So we need January, March, and we need 2 more pay-per-views. So you want a Lockdown? Or Turning Point?
Let's do Lockdown.
Alright. And where are we putting that? That was March?
Yes, March.
Alright, so let's do Sunday week 3 in March. And then we need one in...
September, I guess? No?
Wait, where
August?
did... Oh, you know, I gotta set Lockdown to be active. So we have January, February, March. We need May. So 1 pay-per-view in May. That'll give us 6 for the year. I would say either Sacrifice. I like Turning Point. I like the sound of Turning Point.
March.
I can see Turning Point being right before Slammiversary. And I actually kind of like this. So January will be a big pay-per-view. That'll be like our X Division tournament. Because I love the idea of like having steady tournaments. So we could have like an X Division tournament that finishes at Destination X.
This is the issue. If we have it in January, we have to bump up our December.
How come?
Because they're back-to-back.
So what?
But then it's going to leave a big gap in the middle of the year. Either between March and July or between July and October.
No, if we put one in May,
right?
Then we go January, skip February, March, skip April.
See what I'm saying about July? It's 2 months in between.
No, then we do May, skip June, July,
August, September.
So we'd have to have just one more that's back to back someplace. That's fine. We could do 4 weeks in between a couple.
So you want to add 7 pay-per-views?
No, what are we at right now?
5.
Right. So if we do one more, well, we could do. Well, all right, let's see. We're gonna put one in May, right?
Okay, we can go May.
All right. Which one do you want that to be?
Which one you say you like?
I like Turning Point.
Let's do Turning Point. That's fine.
All right. So let's put this in May, and then we'll see what. I think I understand what you're saying. Sunday, week 3 in May. Make that active. Right. So we have January, March, May.
Right now, everything is a pay-per-view.
Well, not necessarily. We just have 8 weeks between. We have 8 weeks between Slammiversary and Victory Road. and then we have 8 weeks between Victory Road and Bound for Glory. But that's
No.
okay.
No, we don't have 8 weeks. We have, because it's October, skip November, and we have one in December. But in July, we have July, skip August, and skip September, and then we have October.
Right, so we have
12 weeks.
No, it's July week 3 to August week 3. August week 3 to... Oh, yeah, shit, you're right.
Yeah. So either we have to move this up to... Either move this... These two can't be back-to-back. Or
Which
we
do
have...
Destination X and Bound for Glory?
Yeah, they're back-to-back. And I think that's what's causing the issue.
But if I move it out of January... Well, I could just put it in February.
No, it can go January, March, May, July, September, November.
All right, so let's do Victory
So
Road
we
in
just
September.
have to compete with Survivor Series, which is dying.
That's
anyway.
fine. I hate Survivor Series
Yeah.
anyway. All right, and then this will be in November.
Yeah. So that's...
And then we're good?
Yeah. So now it's at least every other month we do it. Now we just have to come up with our themes for each one.
Okay, so Destination X, to me, that's easy. Let's make that our X Division tournament.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We'll have some sort of an X Division tournament.
So that whole pay-per-view is a tournament for X Division. Title, I guess.
We could do that.
Mm-hmm.
If we do that, we better be damn sure we have some serious X Division competitors.
Well, right now, everyone's an X Division competitor. It's no,
Okay, that's fine with me. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Not really have any kind of split between it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're going to do the whole tournament, at the end, are we...
But then are you putting the belt... Like, if you put, like, Cody... If you put Austin Aries in there with a guy like... Whoever. A guy like Matt Sydal. Let's say Sydal is way lower in popularity than, like, Cody is. Or somebody. Or Austin Aries.
Mm-hmm.
Then like, Cody's not going to want a job to Sydal.
That's true. But this is the two questions I have. One, where are we starting at in the year? Do you know, by any chance?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are in... I think we're in May. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in May.
Okay.
So we have, like, almost a full June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, we got, like, 7
So we have
months.
a lot of time to do whatever we want to do with the X Division title. Now, at the pay-per-view, does the winner of the tournament fight the champion after he been through that whole tournament?
No, see, I always saw it
in the tournament. Or
I always saw it like this. So I like the idea of either not having the champ in the tournament, and having like, so let's say that's an X Division tournament, like, so you would win like we can make it the Super X Cup or whatever it is that they had. You win that. That's a turn like the X Division tournament is at Destination, and the winner of that would get a title shot or something.
You know what we could do? We could make that cup kind of like they do Money in the Bank, where you can catch it in.
Okay.
I want to do. That's so. It has to be something that they get, for winning that tournament. Of course, you're going to get a title shot.
Right.
Either on the next pay-per-view.
Well, I mean, it could be that cup, that championship. I mean.
So that cup kind of deems you as. So it's nothing more. It's kind of like the Andre Memorial. You win it. Okay, cool.
Well, it's like the King of the Ring.
Okay.
I mean, it's like the King of the Ring,
right,
or
okay,
it's like,
I
you
like
know what I'm saying? You win the cup, but it also gets you... It's like winning the G1 tournament. You win the G1, yeah, you get a big old trophy,
Okay.
But you also get that title shot at Wrestle Kingdom. It's a prestigious tournament, too. It's like the Cruiserweight Classic.
How about this? How about if you win the cup, do you have to challenge the X Division, or can you challenge the World Champ also?
I think if it's if it's Destination X, and it's an X Division tournament, you should have to challenge the X Division champion.
Well, Destination X, we definitely have the match for that, where 4 competitors.
I mean, maybe it's not a tournament at all.
Yeah, maybe not.
It doesn't have to be.
Because in that pay-per-view, we're gonna still have to defend the X Division title.
Right.
Whatever match we decide or come up with, it's gonna be highlighted. It's gonna be something no one's seen. It's new. So that's gonna be the highlight of that pay-per-view.
Is the X Division match.
That match, whatever we decide to do, that's gonna be the highlight.
Okay, so let's shit
you
can
win
the
the
tournament idea for now.
Okay.
Let's move, since we're starting in May, what week are we actually in May? Week 1. So we have, 2 weeks until Turning Point.
Okay, let's start.
So let's figure out what Turning Point is. To me, Turning Point is just a minor normal pay-per-view.
Okay.
You know, but we only do 6 a year, so they kind of all have to be important.
Well, let's have we got out 2. Well, I think we have 3 important ones, which is Destination X, Victory Road, and Bound for Glory. Victory Road will be like our Royal Rumble leading into our WrestleMania, and the Destination X will just be a super show to kick off the year because it was built around that title.
You're right. So mark down Victory Road as our major singles tournament.
Okay.
That's the Victory Road tournament, and I'll actually make that a tournament title that we have.
Okay.
So that's our main one, right? Bound for Glory is our WrestleMania. Right? With the winner of Victory Road taking on the champ at Bound for Glory. All right? Slammiversary, that's got to be big, but I see that as almost like our SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's in July. We got to play up on that. Should we make that on July weekend? Like the first weekend in July?
Like 4th of July?
Yeah,
we could do that
weekend. Like, we can kind of make it like our Bash of the Beach type thing.
All right, so let's make it week 1.
Yeah, let's do that. And
all right.
I feel like Turning Point Lockdown is going to be our lows too. Easy.
Yes, I agree. So then they don't have to have a theme at all. We've got our Destination X, which is our major yearly kickoff. We'll end all storylines pretty much at Bound for Glory and set up all our new ones at Destination X.
Yeah, just move the highly regarded to Victory Road.
I can't.
Oh, that sucks.
That will change automatically though
when we do it.
So if we put on consistently great shows at Victory Road, which we will because it's our main event tournament, that will automatically change.
Okay.
So that'll change as we go. Okay. So are we do we want to cancel Explosion, by the way, while we're here?
What? Yes. Will it impact us in any way?
Let me see if I can well, actually, I got to go into the broadcasting. If the TV providers won't let us cancel it, we can't. But whatever.
If not, it'll be fine. If so, yeah, let's do it.
So, all right. So, are we good with our pay-per-view ideas then?
I mean, so far now, because we just really need to focus on Turning Point. We know what we want from Victory Road and Bound for Glory, and Slammiversary is just another pay-per-view for us.
Right.
So
we're good
to get there. We'll be good.
Okay. So, with that being said, we'll put an end to this creative meeting, and when we come back on the next one, we'll focus on our roster, who we want to get rid of,
who we want to sign,
and who we want to bring in. Right?
I wrote down a list of guys. I
don't
know
right.
if we can get them.
The Great Khali, number 1.
Of course.
The Great Khali is the best Khali.
And Too Cold Scorpio.
Too Cold Scorpio. Good call. All right. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you enjoyed it. Tune in for the next one. And, I don't know, the next one after that.